Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, Internet? What's the story, Internet? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. So welcome back to my Majors Roundup Part 2. So I've changed it up a little bit from what I was thinking of doing in yesterday's video, which I was thinking of doing the French League and either La Liga or Serie A, and then doing the German League or Bundesliga, and whichever one was remaining. I've actually decided to go ahead and do the French League and the Bundesliga, and then do the Serie A and La Liga together, and I'm also going to go through the different cups that were there as well. So, like I said, this video is going to be Liga and Bundesliga, and then shortly after, either later on today or first thing tomorrow morning, will be La Liga and Serie A. And in that video, I'm going to preview the Europa League final, which is on tomorrow. So, and then tomorrow, when I do the Premier League one, I will review the Europa League final. So I thought that was quite appropriate. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So we're going to start with France. So before we get into the league, let's go through the different cups that were on offer. So this one is from back in January, but the French Super Cup was won by PSG, and they beat Marseille 2-1. Mauro Icardi and Neymar scoring the goals, cancelling out Dimitri Payet. And then over in the Coupe de France, this was last week, a couple of weeks ago. It was the 19th of May. So it was last week, so it's 6 days ago. PSG beat Monaco 2-0. So that means that PSG came away with 2 trophies. So it was a very even match. But yeah, PSG ended up coming away 2-0 winners, thanks to goals from Mauro Icardi and Kylian Mbappe. And then moving over to the Ligue 1, so it came right down to the last day, and in spectacular fashion, Lille ended up cancelling out their goal drought, well, they're not their goal drought, their trophy drought, and they ended up winning the Ligue 1. So pipped PSG to the post, pipped Monaco to the post, and Lyon, and ended up coming away with the win, which is quite spectacular, because if you look at 2017 when Galtier came in, their new manager, well, not new anymore, but their manager, they were on the verge of relegation, and in his first season he saved them from relegation, and then just kept on building and building and building from there, and now look at them, they've gone and won the Ligue 1. So quite a spectacular achievement. Now, it's not really a Leicester sort of story, because they have been a bigger team in France for a while, so it's not like they came from nothing and won their first league in 100 and odd years. But it's still a spectacular story because of the fact that they were so close to relegation only 4 years ago, and now they are top of the pile and did it in spectacular fashion. So fair play to Lille. PSG, as I mentioned, they did end up with 2 trophies, but did not end up with the big one, which was the league. So that's the French season. So Lille and PSG got the Champions League places, Monaco got the Europa League place, and then I just need to see what these blue ones are. So Lille and PSG got the Champions League places proper. Monaco got Champions League qualifications, so that means they have to go into the playoffs. And then Lille and Marseille go into the Europa League. And then Rennes goes into the Europa Conference League. So fair play to Lille, and they'll be tricky customers for the for the Champions League next year, as long as they can keep hold of some of their players. Hopefully a similar sort of thing doesn't happen as what happened to Ajax a couple of years ago, where they made it to the semi-finals and had that incredible season, and then all of a sudden they get picked to pieces and just aren't the same team anymore. So as long as they can keep their players and keep the manager, then I think they should be in a good spot, not necessarily to win it, but to do what Atalanta did a couple of years ago, where it completely took them by surprise, or Leipzig, or any number of underdogs in the Champions League. So moving over to Germany, so starting with the DFB Pokal, so that was on the 13th of May, and it was between Red Bull Leipzig and Dortmund. And Dortmund ended up coming away 4-1 winners, so they ended up with that trophy there, which will make up a little bit because, as we'll mention in the league, they didn't do very well in the league, not compared to their standards that they've had recently. So, moving over to the league, so Bayern Munich, surprise, ended up in first. Even though they won another trophy, it wasn't as nailed on as it has been. It was very iffy for a while. There was parts in the middle of the season where Leipzig were so close to catching them. Now, I said that Dortmund hadn't had the best of seasons. They didn't end up finishing in third, so they had a similar sort of scenario to what happened in Liverpool in the Premier League, where you would consider it not to be a successful season, but then they still finished in third. They're in the Champions League. They got a trophy, so it's not awful. So fair play to them. They were only 1 point behind Leipzig, 3 points ahead of Wolfsburg. So Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Dortmund and Wolfsburg are all in the Champions League. Frankfurt and Leverkusen are in the Europa League. And then Union Berlin are in the Conference League, so fair play to them. Cologne, Werder Bremen and Schalke, which is just so shocking, but after the run of just awfulness that they went on, it's not surprising. 3 wins, 7 draws and 24 losses is just atrocious. So they'll be relegated going down to the Liga 2. So fair play to Bayern Munich. Unsurprising that they won another trophy, and Lewandowski scoring 41 goals in a season and breaking Gerd Muller's record. A little bit shocking that Erling Haaland was named Player of the Season. Not that it wasn't deserved, but as I mentioned, Lewandowski scored 41 goals in a season, and it's almost like he's being snubbed for the FIFA Player of the Year again. So the Ballon d'Or. A little bit of a shocking statistic there. Also, in other news, Hansi Flick is leaving Bayern Munich. He will become the German national team manager after the Euros, as Jogi Löw is stepping down. So he will not be at Bayern Munich anymore. So Bayern Munich will need another manager. It'll be interesting to see who they decide to go with. Let me see if there's been any news on that. It's going to be Julian Nagelsmann. So he's moving from Red Bull Leipzig to Bayern Munich. I think that's a fantastic appointment. He's only 33. He's done a great job at Red Bull Leipzig. He reminds me a little bit, and obviously in a different way, of Eddie Howe at Bournemouth. Young, hungry manager, punching way above his weight. And I think he'll have the opportunity to prove himself at Bayern Munich, as long as he's given the opportunity. Hopefully it's not a David Moyes Manchester United scenario. Hopefully he's given some time to grow into the role, get the players he wants, put his stamp on the team. So only time will tell, but I think that's a fantastic appointment. So that will do it for Liga and the Bundesliga. As I mentioned, I will be back with you in another video with La Liga and Serie A, and a preview of the Europa League. So that one will probably be a little bit longer because of the preview of the Europa League. And then tomorrow, I'll be back with the Premier League. So in the meantime, I hope you're all staying safe, keeping out of trouble. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until the next video, ta-ra for now.